Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with part 2. I did the first part in the crock pot yesterday. Today, like I said, we're going to go through and do everything. So this is my topping so far. We got cilantro. I like limes, but I ain't got none, so lemons is the next best thing. And then onions, right? So this is half of a medium-sized onion, and I have the other half right here. We're going to use this for a salsa. So actually, I'm going to dice this down just a little bit more, throw it in my blender, right? And then these are my cilantro stems. I'm going to dice it down a little bit more and throw it in my blender. And up next, we're going to be taking out the peppers that we threw in our crock pot yesterday and also throw that in our blender. And just to show y'all babies, I ain't lying about this. Just throwing those peppers in the blender. Also, if you watched part 1 yesterday, I threw this one whole onion in here. See that? I'm going to also throw that in the blender as well. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so the onions are in here. We got the peppers down here. And we got our cilantro pieces. Now, we're going to take some of these juices, right? Just like this. Throw it in our blender. And get about 3 or 4 scoops. Because seeing is believing. Alright, last one. Now we're going to put our lid on it and blend it down into it's like a smoothie in a way. Real fine. There's going to be a lot of people mad at me because I made this video. But, let's mix it. And now, ladies and gentlemen, you have your salsa for your tacos. Alright, so it doesn't end there. Now you're going to take your salsa and you're going to take a strainer, kitchen strainer, and a bowl. You're going to pour this in there. You're going to take a spoon and you're going to keep scraping it until you get all the juices and actual salsa through it. And you'll be left with like leafy flakes of the peppers. And this is all I'm doing. I'm just scraping just like this while making the mess. Alright, when all said and done, this is your paste. These are your thick pieces from your peppers. And this is your salsa. This is the time you want to taste it. If it needs salt, add more salt. If you want to make it spicy, you can add jalapenos, cayenne pepper. It's all up to you. Now, of course, if you've seen part 1, you know that I use beef cheek. So, I'll be taking this out. There we go. And now we got our meats, our salsa, our broth. Now we need some tortillas. And this is not my favorite kind I like to buy. My favorite kind I can never find. There's 3 ways you can do this. Vegetable oil, olive oil. You can put your tortillas on open flames. Or you could take these tortillas and drop it down in your broth or your flavoring right here. Fry it up, put your cheese in it, and make your burritos. I'm sure I pronounced those wrong, but I'm just going to do 2 tortilla shells for 1 taco for every taco. And this is my simple way of doing it. While these are going, I'll be cutting up the piece of beef cheek. Now, of course, you can cut it up with a knife, but this is 2 pairs of gloves on 1 hand. Got it super thick, but you can just do that as well. I doubled plied, triple plied, quadrupled, just so I don't feel the heat. Now my meat is ready for my tacos. And also, what I stated last night in my other video in the descriptions, everything right here, how I made this, since this is part 2, you can turn all this into tamales. So you'll put this salsa in your masa, you'll put the broth in your masa, this will be your filler. Now my first tortillas, the vegetable oil way, It's a little too greasy, but they're in there. Cover them aluminum foil. Keep stacking that stack. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm going ahead and making my wife's plate. She's getting a little hangry right now, so I already placed 2 tortillas for every taco. I already placed the meat, and now I'm just do regular shredded cheese. I actually like crumbled cheese, the goat cheese, but it is what it is. I ain't got that on hand. And like I said earlier, the lemons, because I like to use limes. I ain't got that. Cilantro and onions. About to decorate it and put the salsa on it. Now I do like to put the onions on it next. I think a better comparison of onions with all the flavors going on for you and well for me would be your Vidalia onions, a nice sweet onion. Of course, then cilantro, and then you're going to add your cheese. Now I did shred my own cheese because that store-bought shredded cheese got that powder on it. And that'd be too hard. No, no, no. No bueno. And we're just going to end this video just like this because this video is getting a little bit out of hand. Yeah. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see y'all later.